NFL preseason player props here on PrizePicks. Before I get started, though, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. Also, there's a Discord link and Patreon link that are in the description of this video as well. But let's not waste any time, you guys. Let's just get right into these plays here. Again, I do want to mention that it is a ton of variance, a ton of volatility with these NFL preseason plays. Again, it all comes down to playing time for a lot of these guys and them hitting their overs on these props. But nonetheless, we are coming off a night where we went 2 of 3. Ebner honestly should have taken his rush yards here, but Justin Fields under 43.5 pass and rush yards he hit, and Geno Smith hit over 105.5 pass yards. This is a sweat if you guys were following this game. Crazy sweat here. So 2 and 3 night, 2 for 3. Definitely been doing pretty well here in the NFL preseason plays. But nonetheless, I'm gonna give 3 total player props that I like on today's slate. I believe I have 4 games here, or 3 games, I believe. I'm not sure actually, but let's see: Carolina, New England, Green Bay, New Orleans, 3 games, and LA, Houston. So 3 games on the NFL preseason slate here. Yeah, let's not waste any time though. Let's get right into it. So the first play is going to be Mac Jones. I'm going to take the over on 43.5 passing yards here. Again, this is just a ton of volatility, just depending on how many snaps he plays. I'm hoping if he could play 2 series, I think he hits the over on this one. I mean, he's going to be playing against second and third string guys for Carolina. But they've already come out and said here, again, no confirmation, but we'll get a first look here at Mac Jones and New England Patriots' new offensive system in a game setting Friday night at Gillette Stadium. Jones and most of New England's healthy starters are expected to play in the team's second preseason game. Jones and the majority of starters on offense and defense didn't play in the preseason game 1 last week, so it's no surprise that they'll see action in week 2. Friday night might be their only preseason action, as teams don't typically play their starters in preseason finales. You can see here, Panthers head coach said that he'll primarily use second and third string players, so it's likely Jones and the offense will face Panthers backups. So again, this is super interesting here. A ton of variance. I mean, this is the one I feel least confident in. I do think it is a nice play, but I mean, if he only plays 1 series, 43.5, it's just tough to say. You never know with Bill Belichick more specifically, but I like the over here on Mac Jones, 43.5 pass yards. I think this is a clear over if he plays more than 1 series. So I'm taking the over on this one. The other one, I'm going to take Andy Dalton. I'm going to take under 60.5. He played extremely well in the first game of the preseason, 5 for 5, 51 passing yards and 1 touchdown. So he only played 1 series, he threw 51 yards and threw 1 TD. You know, they know what they're going to get out of Andy Dalton. Proven veteran, proven winner actually in the NFL in my opinion. 60.5 for him to go 61. He didn't even hit that in the first preseason game. I don't think he plays any more than 1 series tonight. In my opinion, I think they really want to get a good look at Ian Book for if they're going to roster 3 quarterbacks on that Saints team. Again, there's not a ton of analysis that needs to go into these NFL preseason plays, you guys. It really is truly just gut, how you're feeling about it, and, you know, really what you think, you know, players can do. But I'm taking Andy Dalton under 60.5 passing yards. I just don't think he plays more than 1 series, and he played the 1 series in game 1 of the preseason and had 55 passing yards. So I'm taking the under on this one. And then the last one is going to be a fantasy score, and it's going to be quarterback. And this one again is tough, but I'm going to go John Wolford. John Wolford under or over 6 fantasy points. Now, Sean McVay has come out and said John Wolford's going to play the entire first half, which is a good sign for us to play first half. Versus Texans, Bryce Perkins to play second half. So you can see the Rams held John Wolford. He's the backup. He's the backup. It's not Bryce Perkins. It's John Wolford. And John is going to play the first half, and Bryce will play the second half. So it'll be good to get John some experience. John Wolford some experience. Obviously, he's the backup. Didn't play in the first preseason game. But I mean, he's proven that he can play in the NFL. But I just think if he plays an entire first half, he's going to get opportunities. You know, I think he's good for maybe he's going to need a passing touchdown, obviously, if he's only going to play 1 half to hit 6 fantasy points. But I like the over here on this one, John Wolford versus the Texans over 6 fantasy points. So again, 3 total player props here. There is a ton of variance with these, ton of volatility. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. Tail lightly. Make sure you guys are mixing and matching as well. Again, I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice, but please hit the subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and as always, have a great day.